Wow. Oh, wow. Great weekend. This is probably the first proper weekend I've totaled up what I've made. And I've done good. I must admit, obviously, you don't know my backstory about everything, how long I've been doing this for. If you look at my old DVDs, I used to do YouTube with fitness. And this is quite new for me. I'm going to do a story about it and why I'm doing this now. What's happened in the last few months, why I've started selling and reselling. But this weekend has been a really, really good weekend. Thank you for everybody who watched my last couple of videos. I sort of squeezed them in. I'm going to try and spread them out in the next few weeks, so there'll be more like 2 or 3 in a week, depending on the time I've got. But today I'm going to be going through what I've made in profit over the last 3 days. So Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It is now Monday at night time. I'm just going to ready to pack all the stuff up, ready to post tomorrow. So I'm going to go through everything that I've sold over the last 3 days. So first of all, we're going to go with this. This is a Homer Simpson mug. It's something I'm really looking into. Mugs, certain mugs sell really well. And Simpsons stuff flies off. I got this for 50p and I sold it for a tenner on eBay. Yes, a tenner. So after fees, I made $7.99, and you can't complain about the profit. If I can find 100 of these, I'm going to make a good substantial bit of money. Next thing I sold was a bundle of tools in an old pallet. I'm testing the water on pallets as well, what sells, before Christmas I was just buying toy pallets because obviously it's Christmas. But now I bought a tools palette because obviously years ago I used to be a landscaper and I used to use a lot of tools. So you pretty know what you're doing with the tools, so I bought some and a lot of them were faulty or not working. So I just thought, you know what, people who buy tools to fix them might want to. So I did a big bundle. I didn't really care how much I got from I don't know how many tools there was in there. There's over 10 tools, and there was like your sander machines, stuff like that. Not really expensive makes, Guild and a few Black and Decker things. But sold that for 50 quid for a bundle that didn't work. Either sell them for 50 quid or chuck them in the bin. Next, I sold a Bowser. I haven't got it because it's gone. I sold it on Facebook. Literally the first day I got it, I sold it. It sold for 150 quid. So I made roughly about £130 profit because what I do on the pallets, I divide whatever the amount it cost with how many things on the pallet which I can actually sell. So it worked out roughly about £20 per item. That's how I do it. Also on that pallet was a Doctor Strange Sanctum of Sanctuary house, and it was mint condition. I sold that for £130, but I made a profit of £105. The 2 Lego things basically paid for my pallet. Almost paid for my pallet. Next was from another pallet I had, which was back before Christmas, and it was a fancy dress, little like kids' night with a horse. The horse was broke, so I couldn't sell it for like what the retail price was. It was like £40 for this. It's not even worth £40. Sold it Vinted for £6. Good thing about Vinted, whatever you sell, you get 100% profit. Next, I sold this. I bought this from the car boot on Sunday for £1. Right, put it on Vinted. Literally on that night, it sold. Sold this for £4, which, in all fairness, is pretty good because you're probably only paying brand new for that for a tenner. So that is pure profit. It's absolutely brilliant. So I made myself £3 on that. Also on that day, I got 2 Xbox controllers for £1 each. The one doesn't work. The 360 one didn't work. So I sold that for £3. So I made a £2 profit on that. The other Xbox controller, which is just a standard cheap Xbox controller where you have to put a wire in, which I also bought for £1, that sold with my old Xbox controller, what my son had, which is exactly the same model, for £18. I don't know why. £16 on two controllers. Obviously, the other one I just chucked in. One was broken as well. So massive profit on that. I was really happy. Controllers, Xbox controllers, I've had loads and they always do well. I also know how to fix them now as well. So, well, sort of fix it. So I might do a video on that if you want to see a video on how to fix Xbox controllers, PlayStation controllers, you know, how it drifts. I'll tell you how to do that. Next is this. And this is very, very unique. These are expensive. It's a Melissa and Doug. And I got this off a Christmas pallet before Christmas when I was selling toys, and I thought it was complete. Sold it to somebody on Vinted for £28. They got it and they said some things are missing. I didn't know. I literally didn't know because I thought it was in packaging. It was all sealed up and everything. Obviously got it back. It took until Thursday. I thought, you know what? I'm going to get that on Vinted for a tenner, and it sold for a tenner. So £10 profit on that. It's really hard to find these. I think they're from America as well. You can't even get the replacements unless you ship them from America. They're really, really, because it's like wooden play sets, isn't it? Next, I'm trying to find it. You know, all these DVDs and all that. I'm going to do a massive bundle on them. I'm going to try and sell them all. And I don't think I'm going to try and sell them for 30p or 1p, what the stupid shops offer you, because I've got some rare DVDs in there. I've got some classics. I got like 20 Adam Sandler films, you know, somebody likes Adam Sandler. I'm going to just sell it as a big bundle. But I sold a PC Grand Theft Auto, and I bought it for £1 and I sold it for, I think it was £4 somewhere. Yeah, I sold it for £4, but after post and packaging, because I sold it on eBay, I got like £2.93. So, you know, I made myself almost £2. DVDs, games, you're not going to make yourself much money, you know, unless you get one of these rare ones. And then the last thing I sold was this, and it's a Tessimo machine. Absolutely brand new, not even opened. And to be all, and to be, ooh, and to be all honest, I'm quite disappointed on that. When you get pallets, they state how much the retail price on that, and apparently they retailed that for £100. So I thought it must have been a special one, you know, but they're not. It's just a standard one, you know, like you can get from most places for 35 quid. And it's a bit annoying because obviously when you get a pallet, they add up with the totals, and that's how they price their totals, you know. So if they think that was £100 where it was £100, don't know why it was £100. It's no different from that one than the £35 one, what you can buy in most shops. So straight away, I was in a loss with that, but I finally sold it on eBay for £22. So I haven't made no money on that at all, but I've obviously it adds up the total on one of the old pallets. But I'm quite glad I'm shifting it. If you are thinking about buying coffee machines, all them lot, and you're seeing all these expensive coffee machines on pallets, do not get them. Coffee machines do not sell. They are really, really, really hard to sell because you can buy, like I say, you can buy like what I've just sold now for £35, brand new, £30, right? And most people want that. They don't care about these expensive, you know, ones where you can grind your coffee, and they're not really going to buy them off you. If they're going to buy them, they're probably going to go to your Currys and that because they want the guarantee, because they do break quite easily as well. You know, the cheap ones are good. They're very solid, and you don't have to fiddle around with it. I remember my dad, he bought a subscription with Nescafe, and we've got 3 different coffee machines now, and he bought one that was worth like 400 quid, where it froths its stuff, you know, has really expensive pods, and the machine broke down about 3 or 4 times. The froth was never working, and it was just a pain. And then we thought, we'll sell it, and even now we've still got it, and it's not even so I thought we'll sell it, and we sold it in cash converters for like about £30. The machine was like worth over 200 quid. So they're not worth it. But anyway, what I got in profit. So take out all what I spent and all that. Like, obviously, it's a bit hard to total what I actually got in profit compared to what I spent. But I know this is going to be as close as profit as what I can work out with now. And the total profit over 3 days was £356.75. Yeah. I think for me, as I'm quite a newbie to selling and all that, you know, obviously everybody's sold stuff, but to sell it and make a living, if I can do that most weeks, I'm going to be laughing, because obviously if I added up the whole of the week, it's even more than that. And with other stuff that I did sell, I mean, I sold something else off the pallet, but it was a fake buyer. He bought it straight away, and then he was from like South Africa and said, can you send me his email and stuff? And I was like, see ya. So you think about £356 in 3 days, you know, that's like just over £100 a day. You know, that's okay. Am I working full time? No. I put the stuff on. I'm at home. I can watch TV while I'm doing it. Yeah, I go around charity shops and I go around car boots, but I'm not doing 40 hours a week, you know, and I'm enjoying it. And that's the main thing. I'm actually enjoying doing this, and it's the first time I've enjoyed actually working, you know, and I don't feel like I'm working. And it's nice to get to know products which sell and what don't sell. And I know like mugs do sell. I've just been out all day around my local area. I didn't film it. And looking at stuff, and I found some proper gems. I might put them on a video soon, you know, when I do another sale. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and that's the main thing. If you don't enjoy something, don't do it. You know, if you're in a job you don't like, get rid of that job. Find something you do like. You know, even if you don't get paid as much, just do it. You know, but yeah, I've got to now pack it all to ship it out all tomorrow. Luckily, Royal Mail at the moment until February are doing free delivery pickups, so absolutely brilliant. So I don't even have to go to the post office. The rest of the stuff is from Every, so it's just down the road, so it's quite easy. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this, obviously give that massive thumbs up, and remember to subscribe if you are new to this channel.